The East Coast main line is so last season. I'm Orbital Potato, this is Transport Fever Blitz. Let's have a quick little recap of what we did in the last episode. On screen now, you can see some of the delightful track that we've laid from London all the way up to York. Now, that doesn't constitute the entirety of the East Coast Main Line in actuality, but it is a fairly significant chunk of it. We've just got 2 or 3 more stops after York, so we're pretty much there. And we're currently running a train service on every bit of the line, with the exception of one train, I believe, which is yet to arrive at the first station. We've been delivering passengers here, there, and everywhere, up and down the line. So, take a seat, get some popcorn, grab yourself a cup of tea, maybe a drink of coffee. Sit back and enjoy Transport Fever Blitz. That's right, folks, this is Transport Fever Blitz, the series, which is dedicated to growing London into a big old city, and then evacuating it when the Blitz actually happens. We are starting today's episode in a interesting location because, as you'll note, this isn't London. London is to the east, and we're not really interested in that area. The reason that we are looking across this lovely vista up through Wales's lovely luscious valleys and snow-covered mountaintops is indeed because this is a fairly accurate to reality map in terms of where the resources are located. So over in Wales, we've got some resources that we are going to be very, very, very keen on acquiring in today's episode, because in this episode we are going to be focusing primarily on resource production to grow London. If we have a quick little look at London, I know I couldn't stay away for long, but if we have a little look, these are the resources that we need to provide to the shopping facilities in the area. We've got to provide tools, food, goods, and then in order to make sure that we've got jobs and to provide to the industries, we've got to provide construction material, machines, and fuel. Now, you'll note that that over here in Wales, there are some key components that are necessary for the construction of some of those resources. Primarily coal, the Swansea coal mine, and the Hereford iron mine. That is going to be, I think, the main source of our coal and the main source of our iron, respectively. I actually think that it is the geographically closest location where we can get such a resource from London. If we have a little look down at the southeast, southwest, no iron, no coal, literally none at all. I think you have to go all the way up to sort of Sheffield area before you start getting coal and indeed iron. And the other problem, of course, is where are we going to transport that iron and transport that coal in order to refine it into steel? Well, that problem is solved for us by the Cardiff Steel Mill, which is very, very close to our existing road network. So for that reason, it's not going to be too difficult to get this all plumbed in together on the same road network. But that's only part of the puzzle, of course. This process produces steel and slag, which is grand. We need that. I'm envisioning a future where we utilize the Luton machine factory in order to turn the steel into tools and into machines. And we'll, of course, be able to do that with the addition of planks from, I don't know, presumably the Cambridge sawmill. I'm just trying to utilize all of the industries that are quite close by. Of course, we do have the ability to place industries. However, there is absolutely no way that we need to place an industry at this early stage of the game. Anyway, so yeah, that's part of the process. I'd like to get this all plumbed together and make this whole system work fairly independently, to be honest. Then after that, connect it up to the Bristol route and get it delivered through our existing road network up to the Luton machine factory. The other resources, I think, are going to come down here to the Reading construction materials plant, and that will make us construction materials. That'll make us bricks. So by just connecting up that road through that Welsh valley over yonder, we can pretty much take 1, 2, 3 items off our list. So a pretty easy win, really, in terms of accomplishing an objective. So that's pretty darn good. We still need to sort out food, we still need to sort out goods, and we still need to sort out food. However, the good news is that there is a food processing plant literally within London's vicinity, which is fantastic. That's really, really good. And then there is also a goods factory in the very, very close vicinity. I don't think that there is any... I don't think there's an oil refinery anywhere near. I think oil refineries are one of those resources that we need to go halfway up the country in order to get. However, the good news is about this area is there is a little oil well, and it is actually quite close to the Hull oil refinery. So we're going to be able to make use of that. The other thing that we're going to want to consider is the proximity of all of these resources to our existing transport network. I've already talked about how the Luton corridor is going to form the key transportation route for resources from Wales across to Luton and eventually down to London. For example, this Oxford farm over here, that'll probably be plumbed into the network as well. The fact that we've already got this road is a great help. It really, really is. But the fact of the matter is that we've also got the East Coast Main Line. Now, the East Coast Main Line was never ever designed to just deal with passengers. Of course, that's why we've got two lines at the moment. I'm a little bit apprehensive about expanding the East Coast Main Line to sort of 2 tracks up here, primarily because it would be expensive, and whilst we probably could afford it, I would rather save my pennies for a rainy day, and if there is something more important to spend our money on, we can do that. Also, just a quick little update as to what I've been doing in the downtime between episodes. Thank you for all of the comments regarding the way that bus routes work. I've kind of changed it a little bit so that they can make money. As opposed to the bus just going from Bristol to Swindon now, it also goes back to Bristol. So that means that the buses will run the return route from Swindon to Bristol as a moneymaker. Hopefully, that's the plan. Apparently, I didn't need to add 2 stops. I didn't need to add a going and a receiving stop system. I didn't need to click on the same road twice, but you do in order to make sure that it goes back to the original city of origin. I don't think that's very exciting, but it's something that has changed and something that I thought is worth mentioning. But yes, apart from that, everything looks set. We might see a little bit of a lull in bus customers just for the initial period of time, because I had to redo some routes, and therefore that might have messed with passenger numbers. But I'd certainly be hoping that within the second half of the episode we would restore all of our bus routes to full and fighting form. On another note, it's probable that we will build our first bridge today, and I mean, if you're anything like me, then that makes you very, very, very excited. But of course, as I have already noted, it's probably wise that we immediately get down to business and see if we can try and finagle some route through the valleys here. The resources that we are after, coal and also iron. Now, I think that the placement of this entrance in the iron mine, yeah, that's going to present a little bit of a problem, because this doesn't look very natural, but I mean, you never know. Maybe some Welsh mines look like this. I'm just highly doubtful. Anyway, yes, I think that this would make an absolutely lovely, lovely route through the Welsh mountains. Perfect. Thank you, game, for auto-saving right at a key narrative moment. And right over here. Yeah, I think that would make something really, really special, actually. Yeah, I think that would be really, really good. All right, well, let's immediately just get this show on the road. There's no point in not. Do we need a large truck station? I don't think we need a large truck station over those 2 areas. However, I don't think a large truck station would go amiss over here, so let's get that down immediately. Do we want to put it down perhaps in a slightly more accessible area? I think probably we do. I should probably build the road first, actually. That's a pretty darn good idea. Let's rock out with Small Country Road. And yeah, let's see if we can get this road in place. I'm gonna get the contours out again so that we have a rough idea of the road that we want to build. All right, I can already detect that this is going to go. I mean, this is going to go perfectly well, but it's going to be riddled with issues. I can just tell that iron mine is sticking out as a key issue, a key area of potential problems. Tell you what though, if I was a truck driver, or if I was a horse and cart driver, or just anybody actually, if I was just a hill walker, I feel like this would be a delightful place to visit. I'd like to think that I'm conserving the natural beauty of the landscape and making it quite beautiful. You know what? Let's forget this iron mine just for a second, and let's try and pretend that our problems aren't really that important, and let's try and go to. I don't really want to take that big cut out the mountain. Yeah, there we go. That's not looking too bad. There's no way that we can rotate this, is there? No, I think that once it's down, it's down. Fine. All right, and just up to this coal mine over here. This is lovely, though. This is absolutely lovely. Right, where's the entrance? Where's the entrance over here? It's over there. 50K. No. I mean, I would like as cheap as possible, but I suspect that's not really going to matter. There we go. What about that? That's actually not too bad. I think that with that we like that we save quite a bit of money. There we go. All right, perfect. I mean, it doesn't really fit in with the whole conserve the appearance of the valleys and of the mountains and of the hills, but that's fine for the most part. I think it's okay. All right, so I mean, we managed to do that. That's quite an expensive road, but hey, it's fine. We managed. Right, I think just a regular little truck station over here. I say little. It's big in its own right. Okay, as cheap as possible, please. 31K. 31K seems like a pretty banging deal, to be honest. That seems ridiculous. 31K. How is 31K the cheapest that I can get for a little truck station? Really? 31K? All right. You're the boss, video game. Oh, 29K. Oh. 27, 25. 24.9. 24.4. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? There is no greater satisfaction than saving money. I'll take 23.4K, gone. I will take that any day of the week. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. That's great. That's perfect. I can upgrade it if I want to. I don't want to upgrade it. That's not what I'm interested in. That's not my jam. Okay, good. That's one problem sorted. I'm going to sort the routes out in just a second. Let me first of all deal with this hulking monstrosity. I mean, can I create a tunnel through here maybe? 500K. 600K tunnel. There's got to be a cheaper way than that, surely. 900K worth of excavations. 1.9 million to connect that road up. Oh, 1.15 million. How generous. There's no other way to do it. 700K. I just worry that that might be too long. That might be too long to receive the receive the truck station. Yeah, we don't really have any ways of dealing with this. I mean, 200K. I do have the money to do it. I'm just apprehensive about it. Yeah. And I feel like I am being diddled out of a little bit of money here. It's like a government contract gone badly wrong. Okay. I mean, if we are gonna make a tunnel, the aim of the game has to be to try and make the tunnel as short as physically possible. So as, firstly, to facilitate the connection to... I mean, can I go under? Can I go back underneath it? I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad, actually. But I just wonder, and I really, really worry. I really, really worry that I'm gonna get completely messed over here, and I'm gonna not be able to place this thing. I mean, what's the range? What's the range on one of these bad boys? Maybe I might just have enough gas in the tank. I should probably be fine, actually. Okay, about that far. I mean, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I think maybe I just bite the bullet. There's no other iron mine that is less exposed. I mean, there is an iron mine up there, but I'd probably be about the same price building a big old road over here. Yeah. And not to mention, it would take longer. It would take longer. Okay, well, you know what? Let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it a shot. I mean, if we can't find anything cheaper, then that's what we got to do. 800K. I mean, if I could get it down to like 600K, then even that would be like a fairly significant saving. Yeah, the next question is it gonna connect? Is it even gonna work? Yeah. That's the real question. A lot of terrain alignment issues. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to work, which means that we're gonna have to take drastic measures, and by drastic measures I mean we're going to have to open it up. We're gonna have to try and expose. Ugh. No, none of this seems to be the ticket, to be honest. Alright, I'm gonna try taking out a loan. Right, we can now afford it. If we can just fix the terrain alignment issue, unable to align terrain. Yeah, I have a funny feeling. My funny feeling is as follows: that the little nub at the end of the thing doesn't actually allow us to do. Doesn't allow us to do any connections there for some obscure reason. Too much curvature. Yeah, I think it'll be every type of road that we try to do this with, because it just doesn't want to work. Oh, darn it, that's so irritating. That is absolutely the most irritating thing. All right. I can't even do it. It's a terrain issue. Okay, well, you know what? This is the reality of the situation. I think what I might try and do is if I can't get access to that, I think honestly I would look at getting an iron mine. Maybe industry production level, an iron ore mine. I mean, that is going to cost me money, but I feel that if I put it right next door, then that might be a forgivable offense. Okay, I mean, I still have to pay for this, so it's not like it's a... I don't exactly feel great about it, but I mean, it's gonna rectify the situation, and it would certainly mean that we don't have to deal with that. I mean, I literally do not know if that is something that we can fix. Okay. Right, I'm also trying to find an option for us to make this not terrible. All right. Game doesn't like it when I adjust the industry production level, so I'm not going to do that. 473,000. I mean, I feel like 463, 462. Oh yeah. Right. Let's do it. I can upgrade the industry production level there. That's cool, but I can't do that there. All right, you know what? It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. The great news is that if indeed I find a way to fix this problem, which I very well might do, and I mean I could fix the problem presumably by doing a little bit of terraforming. Would that fix the problem? Oh. Apparently the answer to that is kinda. I mean, that is actually a bridge. That does work. I mean, do I maybe stick this out and give it a crack? I mean, I know I've just placed down that thing, but I feel that maybe I can make this work. The problem is that it's going to be unbelievably expensive. Right. Spend 200,000 on terraforming. Ooh. I mean, that looks good. That looks really, really good. All right, let's stick with this. Can I build a tunnel through there, maybe? That actually looks fine. What's the cost of that? 400k? 200k? All right, let's do that. Okay, I feel that I cheated, but I'm atoning for my sins. Willingly, I would hasten to add. Okay, can I place this around here? Is there a way that the game will allow me to get away with placing that down there in connection to that road? I don't think so, is the answer to that question. Right, next question. Can I put the thing over here? Oh, you want to work, don't you? Oh, you totally want to work. Oh. Looks good to me. That looks good to me. $109k. I'm atoning for my sins, folks. Too much slope. Sure, 123k. I'm ruining the Welsh countryside, but it's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. All right, we don't need to worry about that one. You know, just pretend that doesn't exist for a while. When in the future we need to utilize it, I'm sure we can. Also, there's another coal mine up in the corner there, so yeah, if we ever need to do anything with that, we can and we will. Okay, good. Let's speed up the pace at which progress happens. There is never a greater motivator for progress than war. Well, I suppose optimism is a pretty good case for progress. I mean, how much is this going to cost me? How many loans do I have left? Oh, goodness gracious me. Do I need a big thing? Right. 20k. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna place it right there, and then I'm gonna try building my own road. I just saved 80k there. There you go. This is how the rich stay rich and the poor get poorer. Transport depots, as I'm sure you can tell. It's self-evident. Anyway, moving swiftly along. That's that. That's perfect. That's great. We can now get a vehicle depot in this area. I think probably sticking it somewhere over here is fine. I would kind of like the road to go around here. In fact, let's sort of plan the road. Yeah. Right, so the road to the bridge, which is going to bridge somewhere over this channel, probably over here at an area where it is not super wide and therefore not a super expensive bridge. We'll place that down there for now, and then we shall place a vehicle depot as well. Road depot, even. That's the one. That's the ticket. Right, I'm gonna try this money saving technique that I've got down to a T. All right, that's great. Okay, let's buy some vehicles. Except no, let's not buy some vehicles. Let's set up a route. This is going to be the Welsh coal #1, because I highly suspect that we will have more than one Welsh coal routes in our time. We'll certainly have more than one iron route. Okay, so that goes there. That goes there. Perfect. Full load. Full load all. And unload only. Yeah, that's pretty much what we want, but I mean, it's only going to be unloading for now. There's not anything else that we need to do with this route. Okay, that's great. That's route #1 sorted. Welsh iron ore. Why would I type route? I'm just going to type 1. Okay, great. And then we will get that going to here as well. The Cardiff Exchange. I like that. That's very, very cool. And I would like a full load. Yeah. Full load all. And yeah, just unload only there as well. Perfect. I mean, I don't need to specify that it's unload only, because there are there's nothing to pick up from here quite yet. Although there will be very, very soon. Okay, horse wagon. Yep, you literally carry absolutely everything, don't you? You literally carry absolutely everything. Should we make this black? Sure, let's make it black for the coal. I would like quite a lot of vehicles. Let's put 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on each. Right, 7 on Welsh coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on Welsh iron ore. Perfect, that's great. That is sorted. Okay, mission #1 accomplished. Mission #2 is we need to get the slag and the steel, the output of the steel mill. We need to get that to its proper location, and we need to do that because if we don't, then the game will just stop making steel and slag. It really doesn't like it if you leave any resources waiting to be picked up. Okay, now can I bridge across? I mean, I'm not wild. Collision there. I mean, oh no. You're telling me that I've got to take special care of the water passages? Apparently that's okay. That looks okay. Ah, it's just the edge of the bridge is colliding into that road. Yeah, I honestly think bridging here is fine. How much is that? 86k? I mean, that's a pretty darn good deal. I mean, we cannot do that. I'm quite happy spending the lowest amount that I possibly can. 86,000? I mean, 86,000 is a lot of money for a bridge, but this is a pretty key bit of infrastructure, actually. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna suck it up and do it. Sure. 94,000. I'm sure I can do it for less than 94,000. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, after that, I think I mean, we do have the option to sort of scout round Bristol. One building will be removed. Oh my goodness. I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to just connect it up. Just connect it up there. If the vehicles have to drive through Bristol, if the people of Bristol need to be so inconvenienced to see the occasional horse-drawn wagon ride through their streets, then quite frankly, I mean, they can get out of Bristol and find any other town that has so far been untouched by my reckless hand. Right, let's buy some road vehicles. In fact, no, let's not do that. That's a stupid thing to do, Potato. Why would you say that? We've got stuff to do before we do that. First of all, we need to get a route between the Reading construction materials factory and also this Luton machines factory as well. So let's do that. Okay, a nice cheap bit of road, please. All right. I mean, not the cheapest bit of road that I've ever built, but not half bad. Okay, yeah, let's get a truck station, small one as well, because apparently that's all I can really afford at the moment, given my, well, extravagant expenditure elsewhere. Okay, I had it so cheap. Every penny counts when you're at war. Alright, you know what? 12.6. I don't care enough to faff around. Okay, so that is the Luton West exchange or terminal or lorry stop, I guess. And then we're also going to need this one over here. Now, we don't actually have a connection to Reading at the moment, but we do have a connection to Oxford, so I think we're probably going to want to just try and utilize the connection to Oxford. Now, this is a little bit of hilly terrain here, which is fine. We can fix that, especially if we do it in short bursts. We should have absolutely no issue in making this a relatively inexpensive bit of road. Okay, where's our target? Target's over here. Yep. In chunks of 2 or 3K. That's totally fine. All right. I could honestly do this all day. I say it sounded sarcastic, but it was actually genuine. Okay. That's going to cost us 65K. Why on earth are all of these manufacturing things built into the middle of a bloomin' hill? There we go. Okay. Escaped with a relatively small 13K bit of road there. Sure. Good enough for me. And then let's plonk that truck station. Maybe we could plonk it at the end here. I built this little bit of road. Okay. No, that's far too expensive. 19K? 17K? 15K? 14? 14.8. I mean, that's a deal that I can get on board with. Alright. Alrighty. The last thing that we need to do is actually set up a vehicle route this time. Going in the direction that we specified. So let's do that. Let's get from here. Here we go. He says, trying to click the road vehicles depot like a proper idiot. Okay, good. I would like you to take a full load and unload only at Reading, and that's pretty much going to be it. So this is going to be the slag line. Slag line, Wales to Reading. As I'm sure you can start to see, my naming schemes are very, very, very inconsistent. In fact, I'm proud of how inconsistent they actually are. Right, so that's going to go to here. Perfect. And then this is going to be the... what is this? This is the steel line. What did I call the last one? I can't even remember. The steel line. It's not even a line. It's a route. I should probably call it the route. Steel route, Wales to Luton. Great. And then I'm going to rename this. Rename this route. There we go. There we go. All right, great. How many vehicles on these bad boys? Great question. I don't know. Also, did I set that up to be full load? Yeah, full load all, and then just unload only at Luton West. Perfect. I don't know, 5 or 6. 5 trucks on each. Does that sound like a good deal? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, it's automatic anyway, so that's fine. Set all to steel route. And then the last one is slag route. All right. We got an 8 million loan. We got 2 million left. We got 2 million left. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. I'm not worried. I'm not worried at all. Okay, so if we have a little look. Oh, great. I already put people on the slag route. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just the greatest. Just the greatest, haven't I? Oh my goodness. Right. Okay. That's looking good. That's looking fine. That's great. Okay, that's all cleared up. They're all heading out of the depot. That's fantastic. The depot doors are about to open as soon as we unpause. We're only in November of or in fact 1850 actually, not even in the 1900s yet. But that is the first little bit done. Let's unpause and have a little look at exactly what we've done. I just don't want to see my money. I don't want to look at it. I just don't want to look at it. Do we want to look at the charts? Not really. Here. What a lovely flag. Oh look, it's on the side. It's embossed upon the side of every horse and cart. Wonderful. All right. I mean, these routes are gonna be. These guys are not gonna be making money for a heck of a long time. What are you? You're on the slag routes. Right, so you're just gonna sit around here and wait, presumably? Alright, good. Well, at least that's happening. How are our bus services doing? We've got 4 passengers waiting. 4 passengers waiting over there. Surely we've got a couple more passengers waiting over here. 8 passengers! Bristol to Swindon is apparently a ludicrously popular route. Not sure why that is. Lots more passengers over there. Okay, it seems that maybe the changes that we made to the bus network are working as intended. Towards the end of the last episode, I did start to see a little hint that we might actually make some money. But you know what? That's still not a given. What the heck is that? Is that water? I guess so. Bury St. Edmunds. Any passengers in Bury St. Edmunds? Yep. All right. Looks like there's passengers pretty much everywhere. I mean, our cash is holding fairly steady. We're making a little bit of income. 8,752 bucks from income on the road. We got a couple of passengers waiting. Oh, hold up. Wait, what? You're going from Doncaster to Peterborough? And you're going from... Oh, Yorkshire to Doncaster, but there's no way for you to overtake. Ah, okay. All right, I've got a solution to this. I actually have a solution to this. Okay, you're going to be onto... you're going to be moved on to Yorkshire to Doncaster. And then you're going to move on to Doncaster to Peterborough. There we go. And now you're going to continue up to York, hopefully, and then that will all be sorted. Okay, how many passengers do we actually have waiting at this station here? 1. And that's from the London, and that's going from London to Peterborough. All right. I mean, it's not super exciting, but it's at least something. Just wait until the end of the month, and then we can all collectively cry together at how much money I lose. That's something that I'm really looking forward to. All right. You guys are all going on the steel route. I mean, that's fine. Oh, boy. That was 40,000 bucks of pain right there. Yep. That's fine. It's fine. We're gonna make money. These guys especially. I just know they're gonna make me money. They're just gonna make me money. I'm gambling on it. I need it. I need them to make me money. Look at this. Okay, you're gonna pick up 4 passengers. Yes. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. It's working. Do we have any profitable routes yet? No, not even slightly. Edinburgh to Glasgow route is the route that is losing the least money. But I mean, when you lose the least money, that's not much of a bragging rights situation. That's a pretty depressing situation on the whole. Anyway, I was just letting the time play for a little bit just to see exactly what we've got. Of course, we still have much more to do. In fact, we still need to think about how we're going to get our resources from Reading Construction Materials Plant and from Luton West over into central London. Now, this is something that I've been giving quite a lot of thought to. If we turn on the zoning districts, residential houses do not need any commercial goods, as far as I'm aware. It's all industry. It's all industrial buildings and commercial buildings that have cargo needs. Residential needs are solely satisfied by transporting people around. And I mean, you know, we're not exactly doing a great job of it. I'm going to hold my hands up and say that we are doing a poor job of it. Yes. However, London is one of the only stations in the entirety of the UK at the moment. So you guys better quit complaining and start utilizing the transport networks that I've lovingly crafted for you. Anyway, the point that I was wittering on about there was that we are in a slightly better situation over here because all of the industry and all of the commercial is quite well grouped together, actually. Now, maybe we just see if we can try and get away with 1 in London. Because if we could get away with like one central thing, I mean, that would just be great. What about with a large one? Would that make a difference? I mean, we could actually. It would cost 1.9 million. And it would be interesting to see it happen. In saying that, though, we could also get away with perhaps a slightly smaller one, a slightly smaller depot over here. Or at least in some orientation over here. But then again, at the same time, it's just so unbelievably expensive to demolish buildings. I just don't know if we can. I mean, 19k, 14k, whatever, to put it there. I mean, are we able to take a little road out here? We can take a road out here quite easily. Although the AI may want to construct stuff down here at a future date. I think that honestly, using this as a transport hub for now is pretty darn good going. Let's place that down there. That's 10k, and that covers. I mean, that covers the vast majority of London. Maybe just to be on the safe side, we'll place down a second one over here. I'm certainly hoping beyond hope that that London will expand around these two sort of points here, and we'll be you know, we'll be left with a lovely growing town that just so happens to be surrounding our existing exchanges that we've built. London Annex. I'm gonna call this the Central London Goods Depot. There we go. And then we're gonna call this the West London Goods Depot. I just think it's quite nice. You know, helps imagine in the mind exactly where they're situated within the confines of London. Anyway, this has ended up being quite a nice little peninsula for us, and probably will serve us well going forward. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad at all. The good news is that because everything is happening at such a sluggish pace. Oh look, the first vehicle to cross the railway bridge did so successfully. As I say, because things are happening at such a slow pace, I think honestly we're not really in any rush of overflowing the brick factory or the machine factory with inputs, and therefore what the heck is going on here? Who is the structural engineer that gave permission for this road to be built? Am I actually going to be able to build out of here? Too much slope? Really? That's the only issue that you've got with this? Unbelievable. All right, well that's an interesting little quirk that doesn't actually matter. Anyway, the point that I was trying to drive home there was that the resources are going to take a heck of a lot of time to be moved from there to there, and then from there to here and to there. So we've effectively got a little bit of respite in terms of time before we're actually going to need to set up a Reading to London goods route, really, which is quite nice. Which is nice because it gives us an opportunity to address the other goods which we have yet to supply. Okay, so we've sorted machine parts, we've sorted tools, we've sorted machine parts, and we've sorted construction material. That leaves us with food. Now, food is comparatively quite easy, because it's just about linking up the London food processing plant to, I think it was the Oxford farm. That was the one that we agreed on. Yep, okay, so let's do that now then. As I say, I don't think it's going to be too difficult. Right, great. There we go. Wonderful. 2.5K. That's a figure that I like to see. 20K, I mean... Oh yeah, now we're talking. That's ideal. Connect that up there. Bish, bash, bosh. That is a food connection. Is there no closer farms? Yeah, there really are not any closer farms. There are a lot of farms around. I really like how this map is... How it's actually balanced by natural geography. I think that's just pretty cool, to be honest, isn't it? 18K, I mean, not really going to complain about that. It's a pretty good deal. 91K, that is not a good deal. In fact, I would go so far as to say that is a distinctly bad deal. Right. Good. So that's that plumbed in. Let's go into the vehicle depot and set up a route first before I buy the vehicles. Potato, you total idiot. Right, Swindon North to here. Yep. Let's call this the what was the naming convention for the goods lines that I've done? This is, I guess, a food route. Oxford, Oxford food. Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's just leave it with Oxford food. Sure. Buy road vehicles. Let's get a whole host of them. We've still got 2 million in loans, by the way. 4, 5, sure. Let's equip all of these guys onto the Oxford food route. There we go. This is going to be one of the shortest connections, actually. Yeah, although maybe we could... To be honest, we could do with just getting a bypass in here. An Oxford bypass, if you'd like. However, that would cost money, and I don't really want to spend money on something that's not strictly necessary at the moment. So I'll just leave that. I'll just leave it. It's fine. All right. It's almost the end of December. That means, well, a new year and also a big old check. A big old check that we're gonna have to pay for. We're gonna have to deal with an irritating amount of expenses. By the way, it looks like we got a lot of people waiting to travel. Yeah. Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, look at that. 490 bucks. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, this is looking really good. The dark gray route. 44 annual throughput through station. I mean, if we sort by rate, mostly the Welsh iron ore, then it's Cambridge to Bury St Edmunds. Why is that such a popular route? I don't know. But that's quite a frequent route anyway, because it's quite short. So I suppose that that sort of rectifies that. Oh boy, that is not a pretty sight to behold. 1851. Hopefully is going to be the first year that, oh my goodness, loan interest is hopefully going to be the first year that we try our very best to make a profit. So far though, that has certainly evaded us on absolutely every line. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, being profitable right away, absolutely fine. We don't have to have that. We don't have to have that. Also, I want to get this set up, the Oxford food route to get set up. Let's do full load and unload at London West. There we go. Full load all. So hopefully these guys are going to wait here until the goods come out of the farm. That's the plan anyway. Right. So you're going to pull up over at this side. Yep. Stop. And then it's going to switch to line usage. Yes. That's the dream anyway. Certainly within the catchment area. Doesn't look like it's being utilized quite yet, but just wait for it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. This farmer has never had to produce food for anyone, but it's going to happen. Also, there is money coming in. There is absolutely money coming in everywhere. This is fantastic. The railroad is even making some income. That's fantastic. What are our total road expenses? Running costs of the road, 17k. So all we need to do is get greater than 17k on the road and we're sorted. The railroad is going to be, I mean, it's going to be way more difficult actually. It's going to be way more difficult. How many passengers are you carrying? 2 passengers? I mean, that is actually not super bad. Let's give the railroad a little bit more track. Let's give it a little bit more track. We'll see. I mean, figurative track, not literal track. We can't afford that. I'm going to give it some more figurative track. We're going to wait and see how it does, because it might actually manage to turn a profit in a little bit. It's going to be difficult given the severe inadequacies of the rail situation. I mean, it's not great. It's not great having, you know, one train station in London and all the way to Peterborough. And Peterborough's a pretty terrible train station to go to anyway. I mean, just, you know, within the confines of the game. I don't know. I've never been to the actual Peterborough train station, but I can't imagine it would be, you know, a fantastic place to go. Anyway, I think it'll probably fix itself at the end of the month here. Hold up. Oh, no. Hold up. This has gone on to... This has gone on to refittable, but I think it needs to... I know it needs to be... Okay, you are taking ore. That's great. You're taking ore too. That's good. Will it automatically refit? I did put it on automatic. However, I don't know if that will actually work. I'm presuming that it's going to either get triggered at the end or the start of the next month, or the end of this month, the start of next month. How are we doing on the road? Wowzers, we have done pretty darn well this month. We almost ran a profit there. Not quite on the railroad, to be honest, but very, very close on the road. Yeah, that's real good. That's really, really good. I'm really quite happy with that. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. One passenger's waiting. Really? London to Peterborough, and then hold on. I need to adjust my rail routes. I completely forgot to adjust my rail routes. That's a problem. Station appears consecutively twice. Is that a problem? All right. Apparently that's not something that we're allowed to do. All right. We lost money there, but I mean it wasn't as much as I was truly fearing. Are we utilizing line? Yes, we are. That is fantastic news. That's great. That's really, really good. Okay, so hopefully some of the trucks in here, presumably, well, they are in there somewhere. There's a fifth one in there somewhere too. Oh. Which one are you? Why are you going in the complete... You don't have anything on you. Alright, whatever the case. We've got some resources. That's working. That's great. Happy days. That's really, really good. Wowzers. I'm quite happy with that. Okay, have we got any ore coming in? Yeah, we do indeed have some more coming in. Line usage is yes. That's great. I mean, we need coal as well. Have we got coal? I've seen a lot of iron. Haven't seen a heck of a lot of coal. I have now seen a heck of a lot of coal. That is great. Look at this. Look at this. This is all working. This is all working. You know, just imagine in, like, I don't know, 50 years, we're gonna be rolling in cash. We're gonna be absolutely rolling in it. This is really, really good. Income on the road, I think, will probably surpass the road running costs this month. I say that. That's relatively optimistic, but here's hoping. There we go. And you've got more iron. And you've got more iron. Oh my goodness, this is so unbelievably good. Are you starting to output steel? I think that you probably will be. But you do need coal as well. Alright. This is great. This is great. This is all working completely as intended. Some of these trucks are loaded up with grain and with, I don't know, livestock? Yep, livestock. So they're all loaded up with livestock and grain, and they're going to be heading down to the London food processing plant. That's perfect. That's great. Okay, so that is you sorted. We still, as I say, haven't sorted out the transportation from the well, any of the refining stations into London proper, but we will. Don't worry, that will happen. The other one that I would like to sort, right now, which is going to be pretty easy to sort. I say pretty easy. It's not going to be pretty easy. But it is necessary, is goods. We need to get goods. We need to get goods sorted. Now, two ways of making goods. One is with boards and steel. The other is with boards and plastic. And we can make plastic. We can make it with bits of grain or oil. But actually, there's not that many farms around here. Farms. There's a farm over there, down near Dover. But I don't feel like that's really something which we want to countenance. I mean, there's farms over here in Norwich. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just not in love with that idea. Just not in love with it at all. I think that what we really want to do is I suppose probably plastic. Maybe it is plastic that we want to do. Maybe it is plastic that we want to use. The reason that I suggest using plastic over steel is that our steel production is going to be poured into the machine factory. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let's do plastic. Let's do plastic. We'll use the Chelmsford chemical plant as our plastic hub, and we will use the Cambridge sawmill as our area of choice for refining logs into planks. Now, just looking around, the nearest forest is up in Lincoln. Are you kidding me? That seems a little bit ridiculous. I mean, there's a forest all the way over here, down in the southwest. But that is, I mean, frankly, miles away. Forest over in Wales. I actually shockingly think that Lincoln is the closest forest. Even though, I mean, visually, there is a lot more forest actually on the map. Now, the issue that I have with this is that we're going to be building basically a brand new road. And it's not like we really have the money for it. I mean, we do. We've got 2 million. We've got 2 million in the tank, but it's not like we really have the money for it. And also, it's gonna take a heck of a long time. But you know what? I think that it actually needs to be done. So let's start work on that. I think that's probably fair enough. Yeah. All right. Let's start up here. Yeah. There we go. Let's get a depot down as well. Perfect. 12.5. I mean, if it's as cheap as 12, then that's great. Perfect. Alrighty. I'm gonna let time pass whilst this is all happening, in the vain hope that maybe one day we'll make some money. Or maybe not. Maybe we just will not make any money. Income from road. I think that we are probably just about the point where we're breaking even each month. We certainly can't be far off it. The real question is, do we have enough to build out our transport empire? And also, do we have enough to cover all of the losses which we are going to incur in the initial couple of years? That's the real question. Tune in next time to find out. This is quite expensive. Okay, where's the sawmill? Over here. Great. Right. Looking good. Well, looking not terrible. Sometimes that's the only thing that you can really ask for in this world, is to not look terrible. All right. Road is over there. What's the cost? 394,000 bucks. I feel like that's how this game must be how real life government departments cost their roads, because it always comes out costing a heck of a lot more money than regular mere mortal people would pay for it. Such is the way of the world, eh? Right, I'm being a bit frivolous with my spending. That was a 7K bit of road there. Right. 1.6K. That's perfect. That's great. Okay, so that's that. The next thing that we want to do is connect up Luton, or connect up this area, I guess. That's a little bit of a substantial off-ramp. Okay. Yep, we just want to connect this bit to the network. There we go. No issues there whatsoever, apart from the fact that it's costing a heck of a lot of money. Yep, that's the only issue. Perfect. All right. Sure. Sure, let's roll with that. All right. All right, we've only lost 400K this year. What an improvement from last year when we lost 7.74. Absolutely remarkable, if I do say so myself. All right, 12K, sure. Too much slope. Ooh. This looks like it might not be possible. Are we gonna have to delete our first bit of road? I think we will. There we go. At the end of the day, that's still fine. Okay, so that is that route sorted pretty much. Before we get that set up, though, I would like to get the goods factory connected up to London. 115K for that bit of road. That is a joke. All of this, by the way, is country road at the moment. However, I'm conscious of the fact that in London, we're probably going to want to make sure that this road is upgraded to a slightly higher standard at some point in the near future. You know, because there's houses that are going to be built on this, on some of this road, for goodness sake. Can't all be garbage. Okay. So, with that, I think we're good to get to the nearest depot, which is probably over here, actually, yeah. And, in fact, no, not the depot. Not the depot, Potato. The line. The line, yeah. From there to there. Perfect. And we're going to want to do full load and then unload there. And this is going to be called Lincoln Logs. It's like this whole series has amounted to that alliteration. It's been fantastic, really. I'd like to call it a day here because, I mean, primarily because, I mean, that was such a great joke, honestly. Yep, series is done, folks. You know, everyone, let's head on home. Great. Good job, everyone. Thanks for watching. See you next time, etc. All that nonsense. Set all the line to Lincoln Logs. There we go. Everyone have a great time. That's perfect. That's really, really good. That's really, really good. All right, look at that. Look at that. We have actually made a substantial amount of income. The road income for the year is definitely going to overtake the road running costs. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. What I am worried about, however, is the rail situation. The rail situation seems, oh my goodness, 1.6K. Oh, look at that. That's 5 customers. 5 actual paying customers. Paying real money. Well, dollars. I mean, that's something, right? Waiting for a free path. Oh, yes. What I should probably do is whap a signal down there, whap a signal down there as well. I mean, none of these trains ever cross paths anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. It's just going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take a little bit of time before the trains actually start making money. The real question is, maybe we want to consolidate all of our trains into one route. That way, we still keep all of the services. It does take a lot longer to get from Peterborough to London, though, as it'll have to go London, Peterborough, Doncaster, York, and then, you know, struggle all the way back. However, it would probably be cost efficient. What? That is a... Sorry, that is a profitable route there? What? This is just the greatest news in the world. We've got slag that's ready to go. Have we got any trucks that are ready to pick up the slag? No. No, we don't. That's the answer to that question, is that we don't. Presumably some will be doing something. What are you guys doing over here? Passenger wagons. Oh, you're still going on an exploratory, you know, an exploratory journey to define the meaning of steel. Okay, fine. I mean, that's okay. It's just going to take a long time for the vehicles to get back over here, and that means that we're going to have a little bit of a backlog. And if we have a little bit of a backlog, then that's just not great. This is looking good, though. This is looking really, really good. And you know what? Actually, money is coming in. We've got 1.6... What? Money? Welsh coal is also making money. What is this freakery? Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. And there's more where that came from, sunshine. Quite literally. Yep, our road income has actually outpaced our road outgoings. That's fantastic. If only it could make up for the property maintenance, the railroad sucking money out of me, and also all of my ridiculous capital expenditure. Right, so we didn't accomplish as much as I originally set out to at the beginning of the episode. However, we did do a pretty darn good job given the circumstances. There was that little bit of iron mine placing, but that was swiftly discounted, so I would very much like to reinforce my non-cheating credentials. I do not want to place industry unless we absolutely have to, and I thought that we absolutely did have to, but it turns out that I was just wrong, and I could have just used 200 grand to terraform the land around. Anyway, now that the iron ore situation is sorted, we can head on full speed ahead to turning a profit. As I mentioned briefly, I may very well amalgamate the train services into one service. I'm not entirely convinced that is going to make us a heck of a lot more money, but it will certainly stem the flow of money out. So yes, that's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. We're going to be trying to turn a profit and also finishing off the last few goods routes, and finally getting the goods from the factories into London so that London can actually start growing. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye.